right. Hi, everyone. I am ryederek, and I'm very excited to be here today to run MainFrames. And joining me on commentary, I have two wonderful people here on the couch behind me, if you'd like to introduce yourselves.
I'm ryederek.
Hello, and I'm selcouthmind.
All right, so I guess we can go ahead and get started. So time is going to start when I create a new save file here. So that'll be in 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, good luck.
All right, so welcome to MainFrames. This is kind of a precision/puzzle platformer, and the game takes place inside of a computer screen, and we play as this cute little floppy disk. So right now we're just in kind of this short little introductory part of the game where basically we just need to jump on these 5 platforms in a certain order before we get to the real beginning of the first level. You'll notice the less than 3 symbols on the screen here. That'll actually become sort of important in a second. And so you can see the window here is kind of shrinking down in size, and our character is going to fall down into this abyss here, and we'll be transported to the start of level 1. And if you pay close attention here, you should see that when our character reappears on screen, you'll see the less than symbol on screen here, but the 3 seems to have gone missing. So we'll see if we can relocate that missing 3, the other half of that heart, at some point in our journey. Then this here is our penguin friend, whose name is Adeli. We'll be seeing her a few times throughout the run. And so the movement in this game is generally pretty straightforward. We can run, we can jump, we can do a little spin when we're in midair, and we can jump off of walls, which we can do either sort of vertically, or we can jump to the side in the direction away from the wall. Then here we find this magical mouse cursor. This is going to allow us to move windows around the screen, just like that. And then here we have our first key. So some rooms in the game will have this orange key that we need to collect, and doing so will unblock the exit and allow us to proceed to the next room. These red areas that you'll notice in some places, as you might be able to guess, we will die if we touch those. So generally we want to do our best to avoid that, except for a couple of places where we'll take an intentional death to quickly warp back to the previous checkpoint area. So that's what we're going to try to do here. And then, so here we have the introduction of one of the central mechanics of this game, which is these blue bump arrows. So when we're on top of one of these arrows and we press the jump button, that will propel us in the direction that the arrow is pointing in. And we're actually able to sort of redirect our momentum pretty quickly after bouncing off one of the arrows. So that can come in handy in some places, like in this spot right here. And so we are coming up to the end of level 1 here. So there are 8 levels in this game, and usually at the end of each level, we'll find this elevator that will take us to sort of this central location that we'll stop in briefly before we can proceed to the next level. And there's actually kind of an important trick coming up here, which lets us skip over some dialogue. And this was actually just discovered a few days ago, and it doesn't always work super consistently. So we'll see if we can get it to work here. There we go. Yeah, so for some reason, by walking back into that elevator, we can kind of launch ourselves into the air, and that lets us avoid the part of the screen where the dialogue is normally triggered. And so we're moving on to level 2 now. So at this point, I'm going to turn things over to my couch. Do you guys want to explain about the gears in this level?
Yeah, sure. So this level is our intro to gear icons. They rotate bump icons 45 degrees clockwise, and they also give you a little bit of a mid-air jump. Obviously, to save time, we won't rotate the bumps the developer intended amount, but just enough to bump our way to victory. Let's see. Yeah, and a little bit of tech that Derek is doing for some of the gear icons. If you quickly double tap a jump on a gear icon, it will rotate it twice, but you won't have to go through the entire jump arc, so that saves a little bit of time and also gives you a little bit of extra height, which you can use, like right there. This is a little mini game that we're going to skip. And this is our intro to shrinking windows. So in order for the window to stretch, you have to move right. And if you move left or stand still, then it moves, it shrinks. It's a little bit of a synchronization challenge, a shrinkinization challenge, if you will. Thanks, audience. These windows can hide level elements like platforms and keys. We have 3 screens in a row where Derek is trying to reveal a key and then grab at that key before it disappears in the shrinking window. And here's our third of the same gimmick. All right. We're gonna see something I really like in the next screen, which is just some nice pixel art. Look at those little guys on spindles. This game has a lot of just like little tableaus of pixel art that just sort of show off that the devs are really, really good at art. Zoku, if you have a couple of messages, this would be a good time to read them.
Absolutely, Kurt. Thank you so much. We've got love coming in for the run, actually. Here is $20 from Lost in My Universe. I hear that's a name familiar to you all. Congrats on getting MainFrames into SGDQ. It's been amazing to see you continue to get the world record time down leading up to the event. Good luck on the run.
Yay, thank you so much.
He's shaved off 2 minutes off of his run that he gave initially, and that's like 10%. Like, this guy's crazy at this game. We're getting close to an auto-scroller in a little bit. Right here. So we don't like auto-scrollers. Auto-scrollers are slow. However, the game continues to register inputs during the screen transitions, and the window only starts when you hit a screen input, when you input on the screen. So if you input during the screen transitions, you can save a little bit of time because the window will start moving ahead of time. So we're gonna come up on the elevator soon. Let's see. Yep, just dodging some red lines. Slowly going. And here we are.
Oh, there's the elevator.
Yep. I don't believe this next level has the dialogue skip. It doesn't, right, Derek?
So we can try to do it in this level as well as a couple of levels from now. It seems like usually it's easier to do in level 1 for some reason, maybe. But we'll see if we can get it here.
Okay.
If not, I'll just proceed in the normal way. Yeah, I'll just go through the dialogue.
All right. It's not that fun. It's not that slow. All right, Saul, do you want to talk about the new developments in level 3?
Indeed. And don't worry about the dialogue. We will talk about the lore in a little bit, but for now, we have a new mechanic that's going to appear. So those bump icons that we've seen, they're going to look a little bit glitchy now. And when Derek jumps on them, they disappear after use, and they don't come back until after you land, which means Derek has to be perfect now. If he makes a mistake, he's going to end up having to reset the entire screen. And then we'll have some big skips here like this one where we just go wee and fall. And we have another as well. Audience, feel free anytime Derek does a falling one to join me in the wee.
I think we have a couple more of those in the later episode.
And as you can see here, when those bumpers disappear, it's also making those red lines disappear as well, which is very cool, very nice of the devs to make it work that way.
Yeah. And here's our introduction to spreadsheets windows. So when you click on these windows with the magic pointer, they crash, quote unquote, and turn into solid blue platforms that you can jump on and wall jump off of. But you don't want to touch the red ones. Red ones are death. Just like everything else red in this game. Let's see. Yep. So he's just platforming over and over, creating some stairs. Now, here's the second part of the spreadsheet windows, which is if you click on the window while your little character guy is inside of it, it's going to fling you. So, and the emoticon within the window tells you which way it's going to fling. So, for example, the little table guy, flipping the table emoticon sends you up and to the right. The little mad face to the left will send you up and to the left, etc. These guys send you straight over to the right. I'll note that you can be flung by red windows, you just can't touch the outside of them. And here's another free fall. Whee! It's a long one. It's way longer than I remember. All right. And this is sort of the last part of the spreadsheet windows where instead of sending you in a set direction, they are going to send you just generically outwards. So if you're in the upper right part of the window, it'll send you up and to the right. If you're on the left part of the window, it'll send you to the left. And in the time that it took me to explain that, Derek already beat the level. So there we go.
There is no dialogue skip for this one, but that's okay.
Yep.
We get to enjoy the beautiful art of that little hub area.
Yep. Hey, Zoku, do you have a quick message?
Yeah, first I want to say I wish I could handle spreadsheets as easy as Derek. But I did want to point out that this game is actually part of the SGDQ 2025 Humble Bundle. As one of our donors so kindly reminded me, here is $10 from Sly Dante, who said, grab the SGDQ bundle with this game. I tried it before and it looks amazing, and I'm definitely excited to see it be run. Good luck to the runner, and let's keep it up with the good work, everyone. Thank you, Sly Dante. And of course, hey, if you grab the Humble Bundle currently on sale, that's the Summer Games Done Quick 2025 bundle. You can get this and a number of other indie games, and your purchase will support MSF, just like this marathon.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that. Now, we are in level 4 here, and we have a new mechanic. It is gravity manipulation. So that is these windows with the wavy arrows. The direction of the arrows will tell you what direction the gravity will change to if you activate the window. There's all sorts of really wild tricks that occur here. Some of the windows have gears. We don't need them. And Kerr, you want to talk about this level?
Yeah, so this is just the ping pong level. Every game with a gravity mechanic has a ping pong level. I'm thinking of Celeste. I'm thinking of probably Super Meat Boy has one. I don't know. Immediately after this, we're gonna skip this big screen by using a cool wall jump that Derek just used. And now we have a couple of screens where we're gonna move all the way to the other end of the screen, flip gravity, and then move all the way back. And we have about 3 of those. Let's see. Can he do it? Yeah, he can.
There we go.
Best in the world, everyone. Now, we're gonna move all the way to the left, dodge that red, gear, gear, gear. Gravity. And on the 3rd screen, he's actually gonna do a little skip here. Another wall jump skip. Wall jumping is very powerful in this game. It's probably the best tech. Let's see.
Also, viewers, you are welcome to join in the wheeze when Derek is flinging around with gravity. Whee!
So now we have another free-falling screen, but we're flying horizontally instead of vertically. A little bit of difficulty. When gravity is horizontal, the controls are from the point of view of the character. So if gravity is moving to the left, it's dragging you to the left, then left on the controller moves your little guy up, and right moves it down. And if gravity is to the right, then it's flipped. So it's a little bit of a tongue twister, but for your hands, not your brain. Isn't there a roller coaster run after this?
Yeah, perfect. You're practicing. Good job, everyone.
All right, and now we got a rhythm section. The intended strat is that platforms fly in from the background, and you're supposed to time your jumps so that you don't fall off. However, early on in this big sequence, Derek is just gonna wall jump over to this safe place. And now we have about 1 minute and 30 seconds where chat, please put in your favorite dance emotes in chat. And Zoku, you have about 1 minute and 30 seconds for messages.
All right. I mean, chat, I want to see those dance emotes, all your dance emotes in chat right now. And, oh, you are flooding them in. But we are in the morning. So here is a sweet message from Cherry Scary, who sends in $50 to MSF saying, good morning, GDQ. Excited to enjoy another week of amazing runs that will blow my mind. Good luck, runners. I don't know. I don't think Derek really needs to luck. You're doing excellent, Derek. Keep it up.
Thank you.
And we have $50 from Tomaltak, who says, SGDQ hype!
Hype!
Let's go! Protege Man sends in $100 saying, GDQ continues to be an amazing niche of my interests. Video games, the megas, and crokinole all in one place. I love to see it. Thanks to everyone for putting on. Well, thanks you for donating to MSF and joining us on this fine Monday morning. And speaking of which, we've got some amazing things on the schedule coming up. But in honor of this run, I would like to ask, what part of working on a computer do you look forward to the most? Is it spreadsheets? Is it Windows? Is it tabs?
Who's looking forward to spreadsheets? You got any spreadsheet freaks in the audience?
Oh, we definitely have spreadsheet
definitely
freaks in the
do.
audience.
We got time for like one more message.
All right, here is $100 from Justin saying, always happy seeing GDQ live and donating to DOOB, that's Doctors Out of Bounds. Just like ryederek, you're going out of bounds all over this place.
Thank you all so much for those donations. And speaking of tabs, this next level is going to introduce us to the concept of tabs. So we're now going to have windows with multiple tabs that Derek can click through. So just clicking on that window is going to cycle through it multiple times. There'll be different elements in these sometimes. So as you saw there was a line on the bottom, then there was a wall on the side. We'll get to see some later where there's more complexity, where Derek can sometimes just skip through without needing to cycle. Some of these you actually have to in order to progress. Just very good. This is one here in particular where in order to have the bumps going all the way up to the top, this is a big window, Derek does have to cycle through. This one as well is another very good example of that.
Right. It's lots of leaps of faith in a row, basically. But Derek knows what's on all the tabs, so he knows. If you listen, you can hear Derek single or double clicking to get to the tabs that he wants to get to. He has all that muscle memory down. He knows how many clicks he needs per screen. He's just that good, everybody. Let's see.
I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for that
That
one window to come.
That one big screen.
That one window's coming.
Oh.
Leave us chat. Hold on. There's a window that's coming that's very exciting and a little scary.
Not if you're Derek.
Not if you're Derek. For us, it's
21
Derek. Here we go.
tabs. He's gonna click through all of them, right? Right? Nah, it's fine.
Is that enough tabs for you all?
Right there, Derek just jumped on an invisible ledge above the entrance. All of the entrances in the game have a weird little invisible ledge above them for some reason. And that can be useful for just skipping tons of, oh, look, more little guys. That can be useful for just skipping a lot of level design. And now it's going to be combining the tabs with gravity. That little jump that Derek just did saves like 10 seconds. It's crazy. Let's see. Yeah, while the audience is weeing, Zoku, do you have like a single or two messages maybe? Oh, nope, never
mind. We're at the boss.
So this is the boss. It's a big bee guy. You're supposed to hide in that little center area and then wait for the arrow storm to subside. And it takes several cycles, but you can actually just jump up to the top of the level, hide for a single cycle, and then run to the exit. And that saves like a full minute, a minute and a half or something. It's pretty good.
If only all bosses were that easy to defeat.
Yeah, Bowser. Am I right? I don't know why I said that. Zoku, do you have any messages for us?
Absolutely. So at the beginning of the run, not at the beginning of the run, before the run, I mentioned that we have our incentive open for Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. That's an upgrade to invisible enemies and bosses. And we are at $3,755 raised out of the $30,000 we need to meet. So keep those donations coming in. Make sure you select that incentive when you make that donation. Here is $100, by the way, towards that. From Frice, who says, someone, go get Snake his GDQ blindfold. A hundo towards the invisible enemies bosses, please. Less than tree.
Awesome. So here we now are in level 6. The map says that this is one level. It's actually 2 levels in one. As you'll see, there's this invert symbol on the screen. We don't use that at all in this. I think it's used once twice. Once. We basically don't use it. Derek doesn't need to. He can just skip it, doing all these different things. And so, yeah, instead of just clever gravity shifting, and we're going to start to see some lore on the screen in the form of emails behind it. So the lore of this game it's about a technology firm in the 80s. They're trying to develop the titular MainFrames. The firm is shutting down, though, and their computer network is getting destroyed over time. And us as the little floppy disk, we're trying to go through and save all the cute little programs that we've been seeing from ending up being deleted along with the system. Unfortunately, that's not going to necessarily happen. We'll get to that later, though. We have a little bit more to talk about in a bit. The spreadsheet launchers are back once again. So we have more wheeze, more jumping around, more getting flung around. And there's some dialogue skipping as well.
Yep.
By just doing some wall jumps.
There's a cool glitch with some dialogue glitching in a little bit. But yeah, this is just some standard platforming at this point. This is really a breather level for level 7. And then, oh no, he fell!
Oh,
No, he's in danger, not
he's in
we.
danger, it's a big scary pit! This is
There
taking
you
us
go.
to the start of level 7.
Right.
And so here we see stuff that's very similar to the beginning of level 1. It's a little bit harder, but again, just some very standard platforming. And our penguin friend's going to return
Right.
in just a moment here. And the penguin friend's going to bring us the, I believe, final big new mechanic of the game. So we'll talk about that in just a second as Derek is jumping up and down. Let's wait. There we
Yeah.
go. So here we're introduced to the watery orbs. And you can swim.
Thank you.
You can swim through them, you can dash through them. There's some other really interesting things as well. And I'm going to turn that over to Kira to explain.
Yeah, sure. So, along with these water orbs, Derek is mashing through a bunch of dialogue. He knows how much he needs to mash. And sometimes you can mash fast enough that the dialogue doesn't even get time to show up on screen. Let's see. These are actually harder to swim through than you might think. They're like
The
sort of
physics are strange.
Yeah, low gravity areas basically. Oh, and now the orbs are expanding and contracting. And here Derek is going to take a death, maybe? Is he going to do the glitch? Nope, he's just going to play through it regularly. So we'll talk about the glitch in a second. That was a big dialogue skip that Derek just did. That cutscene is usually like 30 seconds longer, and he skipped the glitch that happens if you do it and you're unlucky, so that is also good.
I can't believe you're taking Penguin Friend away from us.
All right. Let's see. So these are some long screens. So if Derek dies, he'll have to go all the way back to the beginning, which he doesn't want, so he's going to take this a little bit carefully. But after this, you get to see a very cool skip where Derek gets to become Superman, just like he wanted when he was a kid.
We get more wheeze.
Yes. Okay. So Derek is going to go to the outside of this expanding orb and then die on the edge. And that death, he's going to try it again.
Yeah, that sometimes takes a few tries. We'll see if we can get it here.
Yeah.
There we go.
There you go. And now he has flight for some reason. I don't know why. It lets you skip that entire screen. And this is the elevator.
We found the 3.
Yep, there's the 3. Love is complete. Love is real again. Let's see. So this is an unskippable elevator scene. So Zoku, if you have a couple more messages, that would be great.
Well, on the subject of love, I've got a question for you from Itana.
Oh?
Do you think love can bloom even on a battlefield?
No, that sounds like the worst place for love.
Well, thank you, Itana, for sending in your $5 to Doctors Without Borders, and that also went towards our Invisible Enemies and Bosses upgrade for Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, which is now sitting at $3,800. And chat, hey, if we get to 200K and you all put your donations towards that incentive, we will be a third of the way to meeting that. And I'm watching that number go up as I speak. So keep those donations coming in.
Indeed, let's keep those donations going, everyone. Now, we are entering level 8. This is the final part of the game. And the plot here is the computer network is now self-destructing, and we're supposed to be saving all the little computer program friends, all those little cute guys that we've seen, except as a speedrun, and we're not going to do that.
Yeah, we haven't saved any of them.
if you want to save them, please go get this game. It's in the Humble Bundle. Go do that. Here we've got this big area where Derek has to collect 4 out of 8 keys in order to reach the end. We're just going to let him do that. It's lots of stuff we've seen before. So let's do a couple of quick shout-outs while Derek's getting to the end of that. So I want to shout out first Lost in My Universe for connecting me up with Derek, connecting up with this community. Yeah, appreciate being here, getting to commentate this and play indie games. Go play indie games, go speedrun them, give so much love to our indie devs. They are so important in the gaming ecosystem, especially today. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep. I would also like to shout out indie devs, specifically Asupi, who are the devs of this game. Oh, Derek, there are 8, keys, but Derek only got 4. Yeah. I would also like to shout out Lost. Thank you for hooking me up with the MainFrames people. And I would like to shout out also Ian Capone, who has always been there for me. Time is about to come up at the end of this screen. I got it wrong in practice, but he's about to do it. The platforms behind him are disappearing. It's very much running away from the boulder, running away from the lava, and time.
Time.
GG.
Do you think the penguin's going to be all right?
I believe that she'll be okay.
Yeah, I don't really understand why she decides to go like this.
Captain going down with the ship.
Never really understood her deal. Anyway, for the purposes of the leaderboard, the time is what is shown on Derek's save file. And Derek, do you have anything you want to say?
Yeah, I just wanted to give a shout out to the developers and to everybody from the MainFrames speedrunning Discord. And for anyone out there who's watching, if you're interested in running this game, feel free to come join us. You can find the Discord link in the speedrun.com for this for this game. Yeah, I think that's it for me. Any other shout outs for you guys?
No?
Nope.
All right, I guess that'll do it for us then. Yeah, thanks again to everyone, and enjoy the rest of the day.